Hi, our group is Hayley, Seth, Matt, and Daniel, and we did a safety project. We basically chose safety based on the fact that we feel St. Andrews is lacking in safety, and being alumni and in the MBA program, we felt it was a necessity to really focus in on safety. And we thought there's a lack of safety because, as you can see behind me, we have a lot of vast land and the lighting is not exactly great in all the areas. We have lamp posts, but as you can see behind me, the bridge is really dim, and that makes it difficult for students walking back and forth in the library at night, and that makes it hard. And also, we only have one security guard on duty at a time, and there's only one office, and it's on this side of campus, and it's hard for a security guard to respond all the way on the other side of campus in an efficient manner or be even notified of it through a cell phone. So we thought of ways that we could figure out how to make safety better. And through our 405 or 6 ideas, we narrowed it down to a multi-layer plan. And our multi-layer plan was we had a big project and a small project. The big project, of course, was setting up the blue emergency buttons on campus. And if we were to implement this, our goal was to have one on this side of campus in that parking lot, one on the bridge, and one on the parking lot on the academic side of campus. And this button would be able to alert not only our security guards, but even further, the city police if something were to happen. And of course, these buttons were pricey, so they would take a lot of financial resources, but we thought this would be a great plan a great way to improve safety over time, and we'd really take the time to see this project through. Of course, we wouldn't get all 3 implemented within the 2-week time frame that we had, but it would be great to see it in progress. Our second plan was a smaller one and something that could be done right now, we could actually get implemented as of right now. And that was putting a landline phone in each of the dorm lobbies for emergency uses only. And this way they could go ahead and contact security or police or anything if something were wrong. And we thought this would be an easy thing to implement and still be effective because it takes little to no financial resources, because we have several phones already stored in computer services, and we already assumed we have the infrastructure considering we have phone jacks built into all the dorm lobbies. So we thought that would be a good plan. So basically what we did was we began with what's the first step we need to do into accomplishing these 2 things. So we sent out a strategic memo that was roughly 2 pages in a very persuasive, professional manner, and we sent it to President Baldessare, and then we carbon copied Dr. Freeman and Liz Hernandez, who is Assistant Dean of Students. And basically we proposed these 2 ideas, and we said the one was long-term, which was the buttons, and the short-term was the phones. Well, we sent that Monday night, so we had 2 weeks. We had 2 weeks to have everything done. Well, when the next Monday rolled around and we still haven't heard anything back, we started to get kind of frantic and try to figure out, what do we need to do? We need to start taking action and stop waiting around. So we discussed with the class and got a bunch of peer feedback and instructional feedback from Freeman, and we decided that we were going to go ahead and just try to go ahead and get the phones installed as soon as possible. So our first step was contacting Lornell Shaw, who is over computer services, and trying to actually get a phone in our hands to try to start installing it in the dorms and at least get one. And then we could see through the project even after the 2 weeks, because we knew our biggest show-stopping constraints would be time, which is technological constraint, and organizational, which is obviously getting permission from the up top. And we knew from the beginning, we just didn't realize that we weren't going to get a response at all. So we had to act on it. So basically we started going in dorms and looking at the infrastructure in the lobbies. And so we got a phone and a phone jack cord, as you can see, the landline, And we went to plug this in right here, and it just does not fit because of this lid. So we reported this to Lornell this past week and explained that it was not going to hook up with the capped lid over top. So Lornell, we put in a work order for Lornell, but also you gotta remember with a 2-week time constraint, we're putting in a work order. We're not a top priority, so therefore we're always waiting on someone else to help us get the project done, that we need their assistance to be able to complete the project. So I wouldn't say we failed this project in any way, shape, or form. We are definitely in process of getting it implemented, and we're going to continue trying to see this project through. Once we get Lornell to take this cap off, we're going to have it plugged in, and we're going to start trying to figure out ways to get the others. And we're also not giving up on the blue button idea if we can get a response from the president and figure out what other ways